Hey guys, so my name is Nicole, and I really wanted to talk about some things that's been weighing heavy on my heart. Um, regarding Kenneka Jenkins Martin, Kenneka Jenkins Martin. Um, it has really been weighing heavy on my heart from last night to today. I really got wind of what was going on. I saw a video circulating on Facebook. At first, I didn't understand it. I thought that it was prank of some sort. And then I started seeing it more and more in the news and more about what was really going on with this poor teenager that lost her life being set up or whatever the case is, put in a situation where she's raped and killed. Um, and that weighs heavy on my heart because um, I personally have been a victim of sexual abuse. So that weighs heavy in my spirit, especially for her being a teenager. I find it very devastating, and I'm sure that the mom, the family, and everybody is in deep pain right now. And my heart and my condolences go out to them. And I'm praying that God can strengthen them and give them the closure that they need, and of course bring some justice about this situation. The best that can be done now that she is taken from this earth through senseless nonsense. It's crazy. But so the thing is, people was sharing this video and they were talking about the video, and um so they was talking about the video, and so much things was going on, so much things are being said and spread all over Facebook about the girls, the teenagers, them being friends and set up. And that is highly possible, that she definitely set up to be, if not anything, raped for sure, or put into a position where she was going to be with the guys or whatever the case is. I don't really know, and I'm not going to be speculating about Irene or what's the other one name, Monica or something like that, or the other girl. Then they have another girl that they're spreading, talking about her name is Alicia. I believe her name is Alicia. Wait, is it Alicia or Alexis? Wait, hold on. So yeah, the person name, her name is Alexis Chantel. It's just some video they posted this morning saying that a girl tried to commit suicide, feeling guilty about what happened. How true that is, I don't know. It is possible, even though I seen the video and the girl that was the one that was committing suicide was not in that particular video. However, there was quite a few people that was at the party that wasn't clearly in the video as well, but you can hear people talking. So it was a party. So she was probably there. It's possible, or she could just be setting up a hoax. But I wouldn't put it past that somebody felt guilty about what happened to her. Not necessarily had a part in it, but being at a party, seeing somebody being injured or hurt or taken advantage of, and you don't say nothing, that could weigh a heaven that could weigh a heavy burden on anybody's spirit, especially anybody that has a conscience. So that could have been the situation. But aside from that, the main thing that stands out to me is because, like I said, I'm not going to start speculating about Irene and Monifa, Shelton, Irene Roberts. I'm not going to speculate about them because it could have been a little bit of both. Where I feel like in the video that Irene felt guilty to a certain extent, and that might have been the reason why she was doing the live video in the first place. Because of a sense of guilt, and maybe for them to maybe hear some of the things that was going on. I don't know, really. And like I said, I'm not going to speculate against them and accuse them either. Because it would be, and there's so much stuff going on about them talking about, now it's about body parts and that because her body was in the freezing, that this whole setup was really about body parts. That's even worse, even more worse to think that then that means that they did purposely bring her there to be killed, not just raped, but killed. And that's even worse to feel that you have friends that's actually jealous of you, which I have been facing a lot of jealousy in the town where I live at. So this also hits home with me, and then I have a teenager as well, and all of this is very concerning and alarming to me as a parent of 6 children. So yes, I am very surprised and alarmed by what's going on in society with our teenagers and just with people in general, especially within our black race. There's so much jealousy, envy, and animosity going on. It's crazy. A lot of things people do don't make no sense at all. At all. But back to what I was saying. Aside from making speculations about who did what, the only thing that I can say from what I've seen through all my research that I noticed, I found one thing that stood out was about the guy that supposedly raped her and probably mutilated the poor child, or tried to mutilate her, in a sense. The guy named Cornell Mitchell, I think that was his name. Um, yeah, so his name is Cornell Mitchell. And oh, so yes, excuse me with that. So as I was saying, the guy name is Cornell Mitchell. And he wrote a post saying something about, don't quote me on these words because I have to read it. I will post up the link, the picture that I seen on Facebook, where it said that bitches, something like bitches, hold on. So he said something like, bitches get themselves killed when they don't just sit back and take the dick, or bitches get themselves killed when they don't just uh and something about being raped, and bitches get themselves killed. You ain't no virgin, why don't you just sit back and take the dick? And I think that that was crazy and absurd. Like, excuse my words, I didn't say it right. I'm missing a few words, but he said something to that effect, and I'm going to post the clip. And you will see what he said. And to me, that was one of the most alarming and most convicting and most convincing things that I seen, that made it very clear that he purposely did that to, definitely the rapist, definitely the killer, because he specifies it and says it. He admits to basically raping her, even though he didn't say her name. He said bitches get themselves killed if they don't just take the rape, or something like that, as if a female is supposed to just get raped and allow a man to just allow them to rape them. I mean, really, how many of you guys on my page think that a female is supposed to just sit back and take it just because they're drunk or half naked all the way naked. I mean, even if a woman was giving you head and she decides to say stop to get off her, she doesn't want her to have sex with you, do you think it's right to just go ahead and proceed with that just because she's indecent, intoxicated, flirting? No, it's wrong. It's wrong, completely wrong, utterly wrong. It doesn't matter if a woman is a virgin or not. And even if she was, that's still wrong. Either way it go, it's wrong. From a woman says no and they're not willingly giving themselves to you, it's wrong. It's rape and it's a crime. And it's a crime that happens ever so often. And a lot of it go unnoticed. And it's very disturbing to me. It hits home with me as well. I don't really like to talk about this type of stuff, but I've been a victim of of sexual assault, rape, and statutory rape. So I have been a victim of domestic violence, physical abuse, attacks by so-called friends as well. But it's nothing but the grace of God that I'm still here and able to tell my story right now regarding this. But this ain't about me. So this is just the reason why I feel so impacted by this situation. This is just the reason why I feel like I should be saying something about this, because I've seen another incident where a child was killed and other things, and I wanted to say something about it, but I usually don't speak about videos about people being murdered and stuff like that. I don't really like to talk about those things. Um, but to me, this really hit home. I don't know why it did, but it did. Um, her incident weighed heavy on my heart all night long. I kept thinking about it, woke up thinking about it. It's like I had to say something about it. So honestly, I just want justice for her. I just want closure for her family. I just want the people that caused this unjustified crime, murder to this poor teenager to just step forward. You might as well, turn yourselves in and, do the right, well, it's no right thing now, it's too late. But it's still going to come out. The truth always comes to the light, no matter what. So they just need to tell the truth about what happened, why they did it, and what's going on with this world. What is going on with this world? I don't know. It's crazy. But like I said, the Cornell statement that was on Facebook, what he wrote after he did what he did, was uncalled for. And well, actually it was called for. God knows why those teenagers went on Facebook and posted everything so that it could be made apparent. Now they want to try to delete everything that they put up there because they thought it was funny and they was mocking the situation, and they thought it was funny when they was doing it. So they posted it. Now they want to delete everything and try to get rid of it and try to hide the evidence. It's crazy. But I'm feeling really sad about the situation because, like I said, there's so many teenagers in the world. I have my own teenagers as well that I'm concerned about. And these type of rapes, or maybe not this type, but rapes happen often. And a lot of men get away with it. Teenagers, adult men, everything, they get away with it. And jealousy and envy is an ongoing thing, especially within the black community. Jealousy and envy is the root of a lot of the problems that we as black people continue to suffer with, and cannot grow because we won't stand unified. We won't love on each other. We won't be real with each other. And I'm not saying other races don't have these issues. They do. But our race have it a lot. People you think is your friend will, stab you in the back with the quickness. And you would think they were your friends, and they was never your friend. And it's a shame to see that poor child, Kenneka, had to lose her life thinking she was amongst friends. At least, people that she could call considerably associates and friends, but not enemies. She didn't think they were her enemies. Like, are you kidding? That's ridiculous. So like I said, nowadays, within the black community is so much envy and jealousy going on that we cannot get to a higher level where we actually belong. We are kings and queens, and that's how we're supposed to be acting. Um, Not judging each other over everything. You know what I mean? Like, I get a lot of scrutinization as well myself because of some things that I do, but scrutinization and judging somebody is not the right thing to do. Being envious and jealous of somebody because of their attributes, their physical attributes, their money, their house, their jobs, their kids. I mean, it's everything. Like, it's crazy. People are jealous over everything, and they need to stop. It's terrible. Um, so yeah, I've been facing harassment from people on YouTube, Facebook, locally. My own friends have all turned their back against me. And you want to know the reason why? Merely because I dance and I got fit from it. And I found out who my real friends were, which were not many. I found out from that because they were jealous and envious of what they saw me becoming or being before their eyes. And the envy and the jealousy was real. Just like, sadly to say, Kenneka Martin's, the envy and the jealousy is very real. Too real. Too real. And it hit home for her mom, her brothers, her sisters, aunts, and uncles, cousins, grandmas, and everybody that loved her. It hit home hard for them. And they all are dealing with tragedy and suffering from the loss of that poor child, Kenneka Martin's. God rest her soul. God rest her soul, and let her spirit be at peace once justice is finally brought. Because Kenneka, she will make sure that the truth comes out to the light. And God will make sure that the truth is told and brought forth and that justice will be served. That's my prayer. Because it's crazy. I don't even know what else to say. I just know it's a very sad um, thing. And yes, it happens a lot to a lot of people. And so I extend my prayers, my uh, condolences to all the victims all over the world, especially every child, teenager that's losing their life to rapes or murders over senseless nonsense, over nothing. I extend my condolences already to those that's happening. And I ask that people would just start loving one another and stop hating on one another. Start loving, stop hating. The Bible says if you have an ought against your brother or your sister, to go to them and tell them, rather than being all mischievous and you know, a snake behind them because you're mad about something. You're mad about something, say what it is. You know, hopefully they will listen to you. If you can't talk to them, then that's another story. But at least talk to them before you attempt to lay hands on them and fight them or bring bodily harm or death, even worse, unto another human being. That's uncalled for. Love life, live life, and just appreciate the life that God gave us all. So, on that note, I'm going to post these clips that I find. I'm not posting too many. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. Good night, y'all. I'm Nicole. Please don't bring no hateful comments to my page. I just expressed myself.
You funny as fuck, Ruby. Slow your roll, shorty. Man, the phones ain't working. This weak ass connection. Shut up. You steady talking to me. You want to get into it? Yeah. Yo. Yeah. I just got the thing. Hello. Parking inside. It's the parking lot. It's a parking lot. Park at the parking lot. You look pretty. Happy birthday. Thank you. Good as hi, my kids. I told you. What you saying over there, Slick? What you say? What you say, Gail Smart? Irene, get the weed, bro. Damn, I just got the weed. Let me see who you talking to. It don't matter. Nah, I'm putting my face. Did you put any enforcement in my car? It's y'all a weak ass connection. Hello? 926. 26. What y'all can do? What the fuck? Check it out. Yes.